Hi folks, welcome to Cole's Vapor Reviews once again. Welcome to the video. Tonight I've got a review for a variable voltage device which is made by Innokin. This was sent on to me by elegantvapor.co.uk, Phil and Mazin up at the store, up at the shop. Thank you very much again guys for the support of the devices to me to show people. And this time it's the Innokin Itaste, get in focus, 128. Come on. There we go. It's a 1280 mAh Ego style battery, so you're going to get good battery life out of this. It's got a variable voltage spinner at the bottom, similar to your Vision spinners and your Vision Spinner 2s, but it has another couple of little features with regards to the how the atomizer sits on top, and also the box and what comes in the box. Now currently this is £23 to buy off elegantvapor.co.uk, so we'll take a little toke on it. What are we on? Let's have a look what we're on first. 4.3 volts. Lovely. Blue Monster's in there from e-cigarette depot. Paul at e-cigarette depot. Thank you very much, Paul. Mini Nautilus BBC 1.8 ohm coil head on there. As you can see, it kicks out the vapor at 4.3 volts. Flavour on these BBC coil heads, fantastic. Anyway, back to the device. Now, before we go any further, this is it's quite a good feel in the hand, quite really good quality feel actually for an Ego style battery. Now it does show you you do have the usual green light on there. We'll show you more on close-ups, but at green it's nearly fully charged. When it shows an amber light or a yellow light, it means it's got half power left in there, and red means it's low. So when it goes to red, you need to charge it really. And it comes with a charger in the box because it's a USB charging. So I'll show you that all in close-ups anyway, what you get in the box. It also comes with a nifty little lanyard which you can attach to the lanyard bracket which is around the Ego, top of the Ego battery, and a beauty ring as well, which is sitting underneath the Nautilus. So yeah, and it's a good little Ego battery, very good little Ego battery for the money. But now this is the big but. I have recently got in touch with, because I've had this on test for a few days. Now before we go down for close-ups, I need to tell you this and show you this for safety reasons, etc. I'm not electronically minded with regards to vaporizers and what's inside them PCB wise, but I'm just going off what's on the back of this box and what is on Innokin's website. Now on the back of this box it states a minimum resistance for your clearomizers of 1.2 ohms minimum. So I'm expecting it to act the same way as an SVD or any variable voltage device does if it goes below the minimum stated, which is on Innokin devices normally just flashes and turns off. Right, that green light just flashes and turns off to detect it's got low ohms. I'll unscrew my Mini Nautilus off there and put my Itaste down for a second. And what I've got here is a atomic clone, and it's coiled. It's got a dual coil in there, and it's coiled at 0.63 ohms. So I normally call my drip as about 0.6 to use on my mech mods or my Vapor Shark. We shall screw it onto the Itaste 128. Now what I would expect to happen now is that battery to flash, the light to flash and switch off. But let me just get it to shot. That is firing. That is firing a 0.6 ohm dual coil build. It has got a 3.5 amp output current on this battery, according to the box. Whether that's got something to do with it firing that kind of build, I don't know. I've tried to get in touch with Innokin through Facebook. I did get a message back on Facebook Messenger from a guy called Paul O'Hare from Innokin, and he said he would speak to engineers about it and to see, you know, where we stand, blah blah blah. But I'm yet to get a reply. I've been waiting 5 or 6 days now, probably 5 days, yeah, 5 days now, and I have messaged him a couple of times saying that, you know, have you got any information yet? But I have none to give you. So I needed to show you that because it does vape. It does vape a dual coil dripper. Now I don't know how low this will go, and I don't know how safe it is, so to use. Me personally, I won't be putting these on anyway. I just put it on because that's the way I test the minimum resistance to see what kind of reaction I get from the battery, whether it turns itself off or flashes, etc. So we'll put the mini Nautilus back on. We'll have a vape, and then we shall go down for close-ups. Lovely, outstanding juice in that. So we'll go down for close-ups, and we'll see you down at the table. Alright guys, here we are close up with the Itaste 128. Now in this close up I'll show you a couple of other devices with an atomizer that is shorting out, and I'll show you it how the shorted atomizer performs on a couple of other devices against this 128. I have put a thread on the forum with regards to the safety issues of this battery, so let's get to it anyway. Here's the product in its box. What you get is the battery, a lanyard and a beauty ring, and also in the box you get a USB cable. I'll show you underneath. So that's the lanyard. It's not been taken out of the packet because I haven't used it. The beauty ring, which is like a SVD style beauty ring with 2 airflow holes in it. And the device, if I can get it out of its packaging. Right, let's put that back on. And then underneath here is a USB cable, micro USB that is, and an instruction user manual, which is just in English. So that's what you get in the box. So we'll put that to one side, and the USB cable. USB cable's quite long. It's not a short one, it's a long one. It's probably about 1 meter long. And now the battery. This is the battery. And now on this battery you've got the Itaste logo, CLK1280, and then you've got some nice markings on there. I think they're nice anyway. And then you've got some castellation around the top here and the bottom. And then what you've got here is a let's get it into focus. Right, that you got here is this is a ring for the lanyard. Now I've been keeping this on because it makes it covers up the USB slot, which you can see there, and you see that USB slot there. It's a cover that comes off it, and that's that cover, so don't lose it. And then there's your slot, and then it's just your normal Ego style with CE marking back on there, normal Ego style top with the external Ego threading and internal. So what I've been doing is like I say, charging it up, put the cover back on, or the if I can get it back in again. That's it. And then I put the ring on. This ring is really for the lanyard, as you can see there, that twists around. And then what you do is you put your supplied beauty ring on as well. Get the threading working, and then that keeps that secure like that. So on the bottom we have, I want to get this in focus properly, I'll go into manual focus for you. And there we are. Now it goes from, turn it down, it goes from 3.5, you can spin this all the way around, all the way up to 5 volts. Now you can't fire it when it's in between like that. These are set parameters. So it's 3.5, 3.8, 4, 4.3, 4.5 and 4.8 and 5. So they are the settings it have to use. You can't get it in between like that. So you can't run it at, say, whatever that is, 4.9 or whatever. It will. It has to be on its mark, and there is a little centering click that centers it into the to the right voltage. You can either click on it now, and then on the bottom you've got some marks and the Innokin logo. So it is a really nice battery, and then it's a 3-click on, 3-click off. So it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4 that says that time. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. So it is 3. Sometimes I've pressed it 4 times sometimes to get it on. 1, 2, 3. It's usually 4 at the moment for 4 clicks on, which is 3 normally. That's off. 2, 3. Yeah, 3. So it is 3 clicks on, 3 clicks off, like I said, and then it lights up green when it's fully charged as you fire it. As your battery depletes, it goes to amber, then to red. And what I'm going to put on it now is an atomizer. I'll bring in my other device now, because this is where the safety issue is. Now this Aspire ET atomizer has a short. I've designed it to have a short. Now when I press my IPV, it comes up low resistance. And then obviously the IPV's gone into protection mode. Same again, low resistance. So I'll take it off there, and I shall put it on. I'll screw this atomizer onto my Vision Spinner. This is Vision Spinner 2. So when I fire this, it should flash. There we go. The atomizer I've got here has a short, see? So the PCB on the Vision Spinner is kicking in, so it's not allowing me to fire it. I'm going to put it now onto the Itaste without the beauty ring. Screw that off. I'll screw it onto the let's take that. Just take this ring off it. You need to take this ring off it when you're putting an Ego style atomizer on there. That's firing, as you can hear. It's not detecting the short. That is a shorted atomizer. It detects as a short on. I put a lot of devices on the AAEC forum thread. I've tried it on a VAMO version 2 to version 5, and it shorts out. I've tried it on my IPV like I've shown in the video here. I've tried it on Vision Spinner 2. I've tried it on What else have I tried it on? EMEC, the Dovpo EMEC, all sorts. So these Innokin batteries, for me, aren't safe. They're not detecting the short as it should, and for some reason, I don't know why. I'm not an Innokin employee. I've not made the batteries. I don't know what's internally in there. All I've got to go on are the specifications on this box. And my thoughts on the device when I mistakenly fired my atomic, which was at 0.6, was that will it detect the short? I was thinking that it wouldn't, but it doesn't. So this is a big thumbs down, and it's also a safety hazard in my opinion, because it's not detecting the short of an atomizer. Welcome back up to the top. Now, I don't want to keep harping on about the safety of this battery, but in light of recent events with regards to mechanical mod that blew up, etc., and other batteries in the past that have sort of vented or blown up or exploded or whatever, the 1.20 minimum resistance is what I would call, which is what there's on their specifications for this particular said battery in here, is what the battery can handle with regards to coils and the ohms of the coils. If you're going below that, then the battery below the stated specification, that means that the battery that's installed in here should not be able to cope with it, and the PCB installed in here that goes along with it should not fire it. Now, whether there's something missing electronically inside, I don't know, but I can't give a recommendation for this battery for it to be used as a vapor, because it far exceeds its minimum resistance with regards to it firing. Now, I've got it and it's been working fine, but that's not to say other ones won't. And I've only been using it off and on. You know, I've not been using it all day or whatever. But for someone to buy this and to use it all day, and then for them to get a short and it not of a clear atomizer or an atomizer or whatever you put on there, and it not detect that short for whatever reason, because of this issue that I've raised on my video, or for any other reason, I don't want to be sort of held responsible for recommending that battery or this particular line of batteries from Innokin. So it doesn't get my recommendation for people to buy it based on it goes below its minimum set specification on the box. But I'll have a vape on it anyway. I just don't understand it. That's all from Innokin. I don't understand it at all, because I put Innokin in the category of making very good, reliable devices. Now, if this is just an oversight, it's a poor oversight, because you know it's someone's safety at the end of the day. But you know that's what I found with this battery by mistake, possibly, because I put that on to see how it looks, and I fired it and it's fired, and I couldn't believe it. So that's the way it goes. So I have to tell people about it now I found it, and I have a duty to inform the vaping community of this said battery anyway. So wrapping it up, if you've got any comments on the video, or if Innokin see the video, you can always get in touch with me via the YouTube comment section, or I've got all my links up at the top of the video for Facebook, Twitter. My email is visible as well through Google+. And I'm also affiliated with the AAEC forum, average user on there, which this video gets posted to as well. Anybody on there can shed any light on why this fires down to well, I've only called that 0.6. I don't know if it goes any lower than that or not. I don't know. So any comments on that would be fantastic, so I could tell people. So yeah, thank you very much guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.